Let's turn to a current event happening next weekend. During the Victorian period, women's nightwear, so scandalous, was an unmentionable topic. So we're going to mention it. Next weekend, the Buffalo Bill Museum of LeClaire is hosting the second of its Women in History tea parties, all about women's nightgowns from 1860 to 1900 and how they were influenced. Joining us now to chat about this is the museum's executive director, Rita Farrow. Rita, thank you so much for being here with us.
It's always fun, Shelby. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right. What is the guest speaker going to talk about next weekend?
This topic, when she first pitched it, I thought, I don't know, nightgowns. But it's Carol Keneally. She's from Ankeny, Iowa, and I've seen her speak. She's a wonderful presenter. But it really is an interesting thing. She's going to cover 50 years of the Victorian nightgowns and how it changed through history and how industries changed, like the woven cloth industry changed. In the 1860s, it was incredibly hard to even buy fabric to sew. And then, of course, they came along and invented the home sewing machine. Mm-hmm. And another industry that really hits close to home that she'll deal with and talk about is the pearl button industry. And this is, did you know that we made 168 million pearl buttons in the state of Iowa in 1898?
Wow. Most from Muscatine?
Yeah, Muscatine is the pearl button capital of the world. They have a beautiful museum down there. Dustin Joy loaned me some of his blanks. And so she'll talk about how that impacted too, Victorian nightgowns, the ruffles, and the history that was taking time during those decades.
Yeah, it's not just the fashion. She has examples, and then she's also going to talk about, how they were influenced by the culture and by the different machines that were available.
And the things that people don't realize, Isaac Singer, I'm from the sewing industry, and so he's often credited with inventing the sewing machine. Did you think he did?
I guess, yeah, his name's on it.
He actually stole the patent from Elias Howe, and then there was a big lawsuit. And lots of interesting facts about Isaac Singer I might share next Saturday. Like he had 24 children by 5 different women and was run out of the country by his first wife because he had 5 children by then, his second wife, who he really wasn't married to. He was kind of a shyster.
So next Saturday, not only will you get all of this great history and trivia fun facts, you're also going to get some sweet treats, I hear.
Oh, yes, and I brought you a sample of my sister Rhonda, who's a baker extraordinaire. I called her last night at 9 o'clock and said, I've decided we should make an old-fashioned dessert, rhubarb. And I thought, cobbler. She said, I don't have any milk in the house. But rhubarb crisp is actually a really old-fashioned dessert. Wow. And she went out and picked it at 9 o'clock last night.
Oh my gosh.
So we made you a fresh batch of rhubarb crisp, and that's what they're going to get next Saturday when they come. It's in LeClaire at the, and so the venue is beautiful too. Mm-hmm. It's the Holiday Inn Express, which is right on the river. And so it's 0 entry, there's no steps to get in, and it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just 1 hour, it's $15. And it is a fundraiser for our big summer event.
Yes, I was going to ask you, first of all, thank you to your sister. That's incredibly kind. But talk about what this is raising money for.
We are raising money we're bringing him home. Buffalo Bill and the Wild West Show is coming back to LeClaire, and this is going to happen on June 29th and 30th up at Cody Elementary School, which is just a little bit north of town. Beautiful campus, and it will be an extravaganza. It takes place in an arena that is 150 feet wide and 300 feet long. It's like 30 cowboys, their horses, a stagecoach. There's going to be a drill team, a militia, food trucks, and they live there for the 3 days. The cowboys live in Boomtown, and they do a lot of demonstrations. There's a lot of kids games happening, panning for gold, and a rubber band shooting gallery. And
wow.
Yeah, wow is right. Tell me. 14 porta potties, did I mention that?
Oh my gosh. So I don't want to confuse people at home. That is the Buffalo Bills Wild West, Best of the Wild West event that's happening coming up at the end of June. But before that, next weekend is when the Women in History Tea Party is. Before I let you go, really fast, this is the second in the series.
Second in the series.
How did the first one go last month?
First one was great. We sold out, and we had that at Grasshopper Gatherings, which was a beautiful venue, and an old river pilot house, and I so loved it. But it had some steps coming in, and if we'd had one more person, they'd had to stand up the whole time.
Oh, jeez.
So we moved to a little bigger venue. But there's lots of places in LeClaire. It's kind of fun for me to experiment with different venue, different events, and we've got more coming up after the Wild West. This is the last tea before the Wild West show.
Right.
But the Women in History, I love this topic, and we're going to do another one afterwards, which is all about, funerals.
Wow.
And the ephemeral surrounding and the traditions and the things that people did, and it was way different then than it is now. But
well, Rita,
it's coming up.
I cannot thank you enough for coming in. Every time you do, I learn something and I get to eat something great. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Shelby, thank you for inviting me.
And hey, for you guys at home, we do have a link to purchase your tickets for this event up on our website. Just click on the As Seen on TV tab.